substances or your ground matrix or your intercellular substances. Okay? When we talk about intercellular substance or ground substance, you have two types of your ground substance. You have such thing as glycosaminoglycans, and you have such thing as glycoproteins. Okay? Glycoproteins are complex of oligosaccharides attached to your large proteins. Example of these glycoproteins are your entactins, your laminates, your...
Yeah.
Exam ninyo ng physiology, ano ginawa niyo?
Klase.
Nakakala kayo ng question ng 1 to 3, ano? Yes. Tapos after that,
Yung score po. Yung score talaga.
nag-muscle session na kayo. Muscle 1. Nag-muscle 1 kayo, excitation contraction complete. Your muscular junction, there is a acetylcholine and chelating attached to your nicotinic receptor present in your muscle. That will cause local potential of arthritis, what loss and you cause potential goes to your dihydrogenated receptor is attached to your reactive receptors.
Daming energy ni sir.
So you have your ground substances, okay? So basically, with regards to your ground substance, you have your... Kasi nakita ko parang may exam, wala kayong time mag-lunch. Ganyan ang buhay ng mga doktor. I just had my lunch a while ago. I lectured 1 to 2, to 2:30 ako nag-lunch. Okay, mula 7:30 ako na nagtatrabaho. Hindi pa kasama doon yung pagdadrive. Siyempre, 2:30 ako nag-lunch. Walang laman ng chat ko mula 7:30 hanggang 2:30 na nag-lecture ako kung di kami.
Oh, good job.
Ayun yun naman, kapayat ko yung concentrate.
Oh my God.
Kasi ano naman ang physiology ko eh. You know your physiology, ba't niyo ako kaya? Diba? Equal to ikaw si kapatid ni second year. May kapatid kang second year, ano? Si kahawig ni Dr. Carol. So, sinadya ko yun para matupa. Hindi na lang, meron ng tupa. Nagpapayo sa akin. Yeah, it's also sexually 1D. 1D ba siya? Ayaw nga pala, D pala siya o kasi ang kaklase nga pala niya sa siya ay uno sa physiology.
Grabe, 7 minutes. Pressure.
Pwede niya istorbohin yung kuya niya, eh kaso second year na. Second year, kulang ang oras, kulang ang araw. Diba? Sa first year, madami kayong oras.
Parang di naman. Parang di naman.
Sige, after your first year, pag natapos kayo ng first year, go on to second year, bumalik kayo sa akin. Sabihin niyo kung mas kulang ang oras ninyo sa first year o sa second year. So sabihin niyo, oo, napakarami yung oras sa first year. Sa second year, you will have to stretch 2 days to make it 1 day. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, napakaraming inaaral. Diba? Nagre-request kayo. Kayo yata yung section na nagre-request na pwede po bang pa isa-isa ng exam sa isang araw? Kayo ba yung section na yan? Dinedeny mo na yun.
Dalawa po.
Kasi may nagre-request sa isang section pa isa-isa daw exam sa isang araw. Sabi namin, grabe, nagre-reklamo isang exam sa isang araw. You can have 2 or 3. Tingnan natin pagdating ng second year. You can have 5 to 10 exams in one day. Kaya sabihin sa akin, sino mas maraming oras? Kayo, second year. Anyway, let's go back. You have your ground substance. Okay? Sisimula pa lang kayo. Huwag na kayo reklamo na reklamo. Sisimula pa lang kayo, nagre-reklamo kayo. Paano kayo magiging doktor? Diba? Diba, una-una naman, bago kayo pumasok dito, alam niyo mahirap maging doktor, right? Alam niyo napakadami ng maaralin, di ba? Pero hindi niyo akalain na ganito kadami. At hindi niyo alam na ganito kadami in so short period of time. Yes! Nasubukan niyo naman namin yung ganito kung puti ka sa inyo ngayon, no? Ganito, tumatawa-tawa kayo. Samantalang kami na nag-aaral ng medisina, lahat ng mga professor namin, napaka-pero. Umumiti ka lang. Bawal. Kasi pag nakiti ka, bakit mo umiti? Tinigyan mo, paano nakakatawa sa lecture ko? Meron kang alam sa lecture ko. Sige, mag-lecture ko ngayon.
Grabe.
Ganyan ako dati. Napakataray ko. Bawal umiti, bawal tumingin ng relo pag nagle-lecture ako. Pag tumingin ka ng relo, na-date ka, sige, tumabas ka na. Mas importante yung lakad mo? Yes. Katapos yung exam, tignan natin. Yun na ako dati. Kaya hindi na, reform na ako. Mas grabe doon. Anyway, so you have your ground substance, you have your N-lactase, your laminates. These are examples of your glycoproteins. And then you have your glycosaminoglycans. They are complex of your carbohydrates. Complex of your oligosaccharides with some amino acids attached to them. Examples of your glycosaminoglycans are what? Your hyaluronic acid, your chondroitin sulfates, your dermatan sulfates, your keratan sulfates. They are forms of glycosaminoglycans. And these glycosaminoglycans are found in your ground substances. Okay? Now, what about the cells? You have sometimes the old books will classify them as what? Wandering, if they will usually be seen in many areas, or they can be permanent or fixed cells, if they are only fixed on that particular area. There are some cells which are classified as fixed and at the same time wandering. Katulad ng mga macrophage, di ba? Sabi ninyo, macrophage. Sa Amerika, ang pronunciation nila, macrophage. Parang dito sa Pilipinas, ang pronunciation ng maalox. Sa Amerika, it's malox. Diba? Kaya pag bibili kayo ng maalox, you don't say, pabila ng maalox, pabila ng malox. It's aluminum magnesium hydroxide. It's the generic name. Okay? It's with the family of your prevalence and all other acids. Anyway, so, connective tissue cells are classified as what? Wandering or fixed or permanent. Okay, there are connective tissue cells which are both. Some of them are fixed, some of them are wandering. Others are just fixed and others are just wandering. Okay? Now, one characteristic or the characteristic cell or the parenchyma of your connective tissue would be your fibroblast. A mature fibroblast is known as your fibrocyte. However, if you will be reading books, they will not make mention about fibrocyte. They will always mention fibroblast. So whether it's a fibrocyte or a fibroblast, we mean fibrocyte. Okay? And this fibroblast or fibrocyte will be synthesizing different collagen types. So during our times, we have 17 collagen types. What is written in your book are 5 collagen types. But in reality, we have 14 collagen types. And the distribution of this collagen are usually overlapping. Okay? And like for example, this collagen type, what is being frequently asked in the board exam would always be what? Perhaps you are reading sample exams. Okay? And commonly, tinatanong, what is the collagen type of the basal lamina? You had already your lecture in your epithelial tissue, right? And your lecture in the epithelial tissue states that the the epithelial cells rest on a basal lamina. Diba? It's a misnomer if you use the word basement membrane because they only rest in a basal lamina. A basal lamina is made up of a lamina densa, and the periphery will be your lamina rara, okay, or lamina lucida. Diba, napag-aralan ninyo ito sa epithelial tissue? Yung basal lamina ay merong lamina densa on the center, which is dark staining, and on the periphery, whether near the cell or far from the cell, that's known as the lamina lucida or the lamina rara. If you will have another basal lamina here, then you call the entire thing basement membrane. Okay? You have a basal lamina plus a basal lamina, or you can have a basal lamina plus a reticular lamina, or a basal lamina plus an elastic lamina. Then you call the entire thing as basement membrane. Okay? Why? Because the basal lamina is anchored to another basal lamina, or anchored to a reticular lamina, or anchored to an elastic lamina. Okay. What is the common question? Since there, what's the collagen type found in your basal lamina? They are referring to your lamina densa. And lamina densa is made up of collagen type 4. However, there was one word exam wherein one, there is no type 4 choice. So you'll have to take into consideration your lamina lucida. The lamina lucida is made up of collagen type 1. And there was another board exam question. There is type 4 and type 1 is not a choice. You'll have to take into consideration the anchoric fibrils. This anchoric fibrils is made up of type 7 collagen. So what are the composition or types of collagen fibers found in the basal lamina? Types 1 and 4. What are the collagen types found in a basement membrane? Types 1, 4, and 7. Nagkakaintindihan? Because basal lamina and basement membrane are two different things. However, books and you and some of the professors will often interchange it. Okay? But if you wanted to be specific, like my exam, commonly, pag naging specific ako sa exam, you'll have to have a specific answer. But if it is a general question, you'll have to have a general answer. Diba? Parang yung nire-reklamo ninyo, Doc, hindi po ba yung glands based on the type of secretion are apocrine, merocrine, and holocrine? Hindi po ba destruction of cells? Hindi ba dapat holocrine? Bakit walang destruction of cells sa apocrine? What will be the more specific question? Pag sinabing partly destroyed, then you'll have to answer apocrine. Pag fully destroyed, then you'll have to answer holocrine. Ay, bakit hindi nyo tinatanong? Yung zero secretion. Submandibular and parotid have both zero secretion. However, you will have to be specific. Kung sinabi mo purely zeros, then you'll have to answer parotid. If you will have to answer mixed predominantly zeros, then you'll have to answer submandibular. Pero yung question general, zero secretion. Bakit? Ang submandibular ba hindi zeros? Wala ba siyang zero secretion? Meron. Ang parotid, di lalo yun, purely zeros. In medicine board exam, you should be very specific with the question. You'll have to understand the question so that you will know how to answer questions. Hindi pwede, nung undergrad ninyo, keywords lang kayo. Lalo sa physiology, naku, masyado kaming specific. Kanina, di ba? Nag-aral kayo ng magdamag. Pag nagtapos ng exam, to no avail. Nag-aral naman ako. Bakit? Ganon. Wala pa rin. Diba? Yun yung sinasabing tamang aral. Diba? Because physiology is not simply memorization. It's an application of what you have studied. Diba? Buti sana kung histology lang yan. anatomy. Anatomy is an exact science. What they have learned in anatomy before is still anatomy now. Yung origin at insertion noon ay origin at insertion pa rin naman ngayon. Diba? Except na dadagdagan lang. Tulad nga ng cornea. Yung cornea, 5 layers last year. Ngayon, 6 layers na. So last year, ang tinuro namin sa kanila, 5. Ang ituturo namin sa inyo, 6. So yung alam nila, obsolete na. Diba? Pero kung physiology yan, kung medicine yan, kung clinics yan, every 6 months, you will learn new things. That's why we would advocate you to read journals. Eh, wala pa kayo sa level na yun. Ang level nyo pa lang, magbasa ng manual, magbasa ng libro, o nagbabasa kayo ng libro, magbasa ng transcription. Diba? Na pinagdadamot, magbasa ng samplex kasi sasabihin, hindi ka manggagaling sa samplex na ito. In first year, hindi gumagana ang samplex. Lahat kami masipag gumawa ng questions. Lalo na pag ang lecturer nyo, Pila, Barbon, Valerio. Diba? At kailangan nag-iisip kayo. Hanggang histology. Masipag ako gumawa ng question. Diba? Kaya wala, kahit kunin nyo lahat ng samplex ng buong batches na nakaraan sa inyo, tingnan natin kung alam niyo yung sagot. Kaya kong mag-rephrase ng questions. Diba? Pero pareho pa rin naman ang sagot. Wala naman tayong nagawa dito. This is structural. Diba? Buti kung physiologic ito, we have different answers. But, collagen fiber. Collagen fiber pa rin naman natin. With that, they have reduced the numbers, the types, into 14 instead of 17. Diba? We have different distributions of this collagen types. Before, they would just say mention of type 4 in the basal lamina. Now, you'll have to consider type 1 and type 7. Right? Cool. Fibroblast is the characteristic cell of your connective tissue because it secretes, it synthesizes your fibroblast. What does it synthesize? Collagen fibers. And how do you synthesize your collagen fibers? You need what specific or basic proteins or amino acid? Yun ang mahirap sa akin pagka napipikit. Diba sabi ko sa inyo? Pwede naman kayo matulog sa akin. Pero lalapitan kita. Diba? Para sympathetics. Bakit? Diba? What are the collagen fiber? How do you synthesize your collagen fiber? Any molecular biologists? Biochemists. Major ang biochemistry at major ang molecular biology. Wala? Walang MBB dito? Molecular biology at biochemistry? Ay, ikaw, molecular biology ka? Kala ko. Ikaw, molecular biology ka? O yung gitna ninyo? Hindi rin? Bakit sabi niyo? You synthesize your collagen fibers with your hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline plus another amino acid. Diba? You would learn that in your biochemistry when you go to these topics in your biochemistry. Okay? Hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. It should be hydroxylated. Hydroxyproline, hydroxylysine, and then hydroxy-X. What does X mean? Means any amino acid. Pero yung base amino acid ninyo ay hydroxylysine at saka hydroxyproline. Okay? You have, so you'll see here your fibroblast. This is a tendon. If you have the fibers here densely packed, and they are what? Arranged in many directions. Here, the collagen fibers are in one direction. This is an irregularly arranged collagen fiber, while this one is a regularly arranged collagen fiber. You have other cells. You have, this is your skin, right? You know that there are how many layers of the skin? Ilang layers meron na ng skin ninyo? 2. Epidermis at saka dermis. Yung iniisip ninyong 5 ay layer ng epidermis. Stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum granulosa. callosum, stratum spinosum, at saka stratum germinativum or basale. There are layers of the epidermis. Underneath your skin is your fat. Diba? Pinapaliposuction nito yan. Lalo na yung mga concerned sa kanilang pagiging mataba. Ayaw nila na mataba sila. Liposuction, kailangan very beautiful body pa rin sila. Model type. Diba? And what's the characteristic cell of your adipose tissue? It's the adipocyte or your fat cell. But remember, you need your fat. You should not be very lean. Hindi pwedeng wala kayong taba. Because you need your fat as a reserve form of energy. Kasi baka mamaya mabilis mo makukuto. Kaya kahit pa paano, meron at merong taba dyan sa mga love handles ninyo. You have two kinds of fat. You have your brown fat and you have your yellow fat. Ngayon, wala na kayo lahat brown fat. They are fat of your infancy and they are fat of your fetuses. Hindi naman na kayo infant o fetus ngayon, di ba? Kaya wala na kayo, ano yung tawag nyo dito sa mga fat-fat nyo dito? Hindi na yun baby kasi hindi na kayo baby. Ang tawag nyo na sa kanya, yellow fat. They are no longer brown fat. Brown fat is what? It's the very good source of energy. It's a very good source of heat. It's needed in infants because infants will not be able to regulate their own body temperature. We are already adults, so we will be able to regulate our body temperature. And what do you need your fats for? You just need them for your extra energy. Parang katulad nyo yun, di ba? Naubusan kayo ng energy. Pagkatapos nyo mag-aral kagabi, aral kayo ng aral kayo ng aral, nag-exam naman kayo ng alas 12. Pagkatapos pagdating ng alauna, dyan na si Dr. Barford, mag-lecture niya. Nagulat kayo. Tapos tumating ko na ulit ako. O, di ba? Gutom na kayo. Kailangan nyo ng energy. Bakit? Ubos ng energy. Hindi nyo, mula kagabi. Nakikinig nga kayo sa lecture o ginagawa nyo nga yung trabaho nyo kaninang umaga, pero ang inisip nyo, physiology, di ba? O nagdudual task kayo, di ba? Nakikinig ko nga rin sa lecture, pero diba? Yun ang nasa isip, nagdudual task kayo. Pretending to listen, when in fact you're thinking something. Parang ngayon, di ba? Oh, kailangan ko na matulog, wala na akong ay, hindi pa pala daw pwede kasi meron bang ay, may bahay may isang kayo bukas? Yes! Ito na yung simula ng inyong buhay na sila. 2 weeks from now, you will have your major exam. Yay! 2 weeks from now, it's prelim. Uuwi pa ba kayo sa mga bahay ninyo? Hindi nyo namamalayan, you're 1 month in medicine already. And you would have noticed you finished 1 sem already. That is, you finished 1 sem. Baka mamaya, fifth term pa lang. Ganito pa lang sa labakay. Diba? So you have there your, what layer is this? This is your hypodermis, or your hypoporius, or your adipose tissue. Okay? And what is characteristic about these adipose cells? You will see that they have very scanty cytoplasm. What is that white thing there? It's your fat vacuole. It's a vacuole containing fat. You will have less cytoplasm. So it means to say, adipocyte has less water content. Kaya nga, yung mas mataba, nakaparis mo na mas muscular, mas mabigat ka kesa doon sa mas mataba. Why? Your adipocyte cannot hold water, but the muscle will hold water. Diba sabi ko sa inyo last time sa physiology, 1 liter of water is equivalent to 1 kilogram of weight. Diba? Kaya nga pag nag-gym ka, tapos first time mo mag-gym, diba? Or mag-exercise, nagpawis ka, sobrang dami, 1 litro. Pag weigh mo, nabawasan ka ng 1 kilogram. It's all sweat. Kinabukasan, pag timbang mo, bumalik ka o nadagdagan pa ng 1 kilo. Bakit? Uminom ka ng marami. Diba? It's all sweat. What about your fat? Will it be able to hold water? No. Kaya nga, a person who is fat will usually weigh less because fat will not be able to hold water as compared to a person who is muscular, who is mas mabigat, okay? Because the muscle of that person will be able to hold much water. Kakaintindihan? Kaya huwag kayong magtaka, mas mataba ka, bakit mas mabigat ako? Eh, siyempre, taba yun eh, taba. Sabi mo sa mga taba. And what else? You look at that, this is a fat vacuole. Eh, nasaan na yun ang nucleus niyan? Because of a large fat vacuole, it will be able to push the nucleus into the periphery. So, ang location ng nucleus niya ay peripheral. Okay? Personally, me, I do not use the word eccentric. Because when you say eccentric, it is just a little bit far from the center. When you say peripheral, it is really far from the center. It is really found in the periphery. For me, I do not use the word eccentric. Kasi pag sinabi mo namang eccentric, it is not central. But it doesn't necessarily mean it is peripheral. Pag sinabi natin peripheral, it is really on the periphery. Pag sinabi natin eccentric, pwede namang meaning it's away from the center. This is center, right? This is eccentric. But is that peripheral? No. What is peripheral is this. Diba? Kaya ako, personally, I don't use the word eccentric. Personally, kasi if you use strict definition, ganun siguro kasi pag physiology, we use the term very specific. Okay? No. So you will see what will be the characteristic appearance of this adipocyte. It's your signet ring appearance. Signet, that's S-I-G-N-E-T. Signet ring in appearance. Okay? Signet, S-I-G, both, N-E-T. Kaya pag tinanong kayo, what is the characteristic appearance of this cell? Signet ring appearance. Diba? What's the characteristic cell on the other hand? It's your adipocyte. This is your adipose tissue. It's part of your connective tissue. So makikita ninyo with your different examples of the connective tissue cells. The fibrocytes, the fibroblasts will synthesize collagen fibers, different types of collagen fibers. So ano ang function ng connective tissue natin doon? Structural. Diba? It maintains the shape, it maintains the integrity of the tissue. O dito naman, fat cell is a form of connective tissue. So ano yung function ng ating connective tissue? Insulator. Provides energy. Diba? O, what else? You also have your mesenchymal tissue. Embryonal, mesenchymal. What does mesenchymal means? It means it is pluripotent. Multipotent. Again, what does pluripotent and multipotent mean? It means these cells will be able to transform into other forms of cells. Diba? This is an embryo. Do you know that this becomes your spinal cord later on? Do you know that this becomes the epidermis of the skin later on? Do you know that this becomes the dermis of the skin later on? This becomes your skeletal muscles later on. This becomes your vertebral bone later on. That becomes your kidney later on. Mapag-aaralan niyan sa embryology. So, you will see in embryo, diba, naka-alternate naman yung lectures ninyo. O, nag-spermatogenesis, oogenesis na kayo. Ang next lecture nyo will be Dr. B. Barraquin. Anong pag-aaralan nyo ng Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Diba? Although ang lecture, ano Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Kasi makikita ninyo, pag Monday at Tuesday, iisa ang lecture. Pag Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, iisa din ang lecture. Ang next topic ninyo, formation of germ layers. Your endoderm, your mesoderm, and ectoderm. Mamaya-maya niyan, hindi na sapat yung isang slide box ninyo. Kumukuha na kayo ng embryo slide box. Ano po ito? I-orient namin kayo. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Always remember this. We orient you little by little by little by little until you are used to looking into your slides. Kasi hindi naman lahat kayo ay tech, public health, or biology ang
Ay, nabanggit na
sabi ko
rin.
kasi yung iba, music,
Nabanggit din.
accounting,
Nabanggit din ang bio.
yung iba,
Nabanggit din.
last time, AB English. Yung post ninyo no,
Bio.
orientation ninyo ng hapon, di ba? Josh Santana, di ba? But the real name is what? Michael Alexander Pabula. Siya yung nagpasikat na, pinopromote ko siya, hindi naman ako manager. Siya yung nagpasikat na, you know Nature Garden, right? Yung Tagalog song doon. Siya yung ABS-CBN talent yun, di ba? Maybe English yun. Ano, saan ngayon? Second year na siya. Tingnan natin kung bakit siya. Kaya mo kalala. Catch-up. Anyway, so you have your mesenchymal tissue or embryonal tissue. These are pluripotent cells. Okay? And then you have your reticular cells. By the word itself, it's reticular cells. Pero ipakkat ko siya, hindi ko siya tinuturuan sa chat, ha? Tatanong lang siya. Anyway, so you have your reticular cells. By the word itself, reticular cells secretes your reticular fibers. As you can see here, this is actually a special stain of your lymph node. Lymph node po yan, kulamit yan. Diba? Paano nyo po nalaman kulamit? Tuturuan namin kayo when you go to your lymphatic tissue. Okay, lymphatic organs. Basta ngayon muna, ang kapilin nyo, that's lymph node. Nakita niya yan? Ay, lymph node yan. Oh, lymph node yan. Sabi lymph node yan. Sige, lymph node yan. We will teach you on how to identify one by one. Kaya nakikita ninyo pag nag-orient ako, yan na ba ako sa inyo sa laboratory? Nakikita ninyo pag nag-orient ako, I let you recite again. Bakit? Tinitingnan ko kung naiintindihan ninyo. Kasi pag hindi, ulit ko. Diba makulit ako? Kasi gusto ko natututo kayo. Kasi pag hindi kayo matututo, paano nyo kami gagamutin balang araw? Kayo yung doktor namin balang araw, di ba? Kailangan lahat ng alam namin, itatransmit namin sa inyo. Pag hindi ninyo natutunan, huwag kayo mag-doktor. Papatayin nyo lang kami unless talagang gusto na kami patayin. Baka mamaya, minamanage nyo ako. Ano sabi ko sa inyo last time? Mali yung gawin mo. Dapat, LSS, hindi 5LR. Wala naman akong hypotonic inflammation. Ay, ang antibiotic mo mali. Huwag yan, mamamatay ako dyan. Diba? Nakuha niyo yung sabihin. So, your reticular cells secrete reticular fibers. And your reticular fibers are agyrophilic. So, when we say agyrophilic, meaning they stain with your silver stain. Agyro means silver, philic means loving. So, they are silver-loving fibers. That's why we usually have to stain them differently. Kaso wala kayong slide na mayroong silver stain. Kaya wala tayong specimen for reticular fibers. Okay? And as you can see here, reticular fibers are what? They form supporting tissue of parenchymatous and hematogenous organ. Parenchymatous and hematogenous. Ito, puro red blood cells. Bakit po may red blood cell ang lymph node? You know, before, lymphatic tissue are also hematogenous. Diba? Hemato, blood. Diba? You will learn that in your lymphatic tissue. Siyempre, mali-lecture yun sa inyo. Okay? And then, you will see here, this is your blood. WBC, medtech. Nasaan ang mga medtech? Wala. Yan, medtech. Nag-raise na naman. Ay, bakit ba ako nakapag-raise na naman? You classify your white blood cell or your leukocyte as granular and non-granular leukocytes, di ba? Or agranular leukocytes. Why did you say that lymphocytes and monocytes are non-granular? Because they do not have visible lang ba? Do they have granules? Does your lymphocytes and monocytes have granules? monocyte meron, yung lymphocyte meron. Meron lahat yan, granules. Meron silang azurophilic granules. However, you classify them as granular or non-granular based on specific granules. Diba? Walang specific granules ang lymphocyte at monocyte. Pero may specific granules ang basal, neutro, and eosinophil. An example of your specific granules of your eosinophil is your MBP, your major basic protein. At it is an arginine-rich specific granule, di ba? Para saan yung MBP? Pangpatay niya sa helminths. Ano yung helminths? Parasites. Kaya nga, pag meron kayong parasitism, mataas ang inyong eosinophil count. Diba? Hindi lang during an allergy. You also increase this during an allergy, but you increase it more during parasitic infestation. Diba? Ganun yun. So you will see here that your blood is also part of your connective tissue. So your connective tissue is not only supportive. It is not only for insulators that provides energy. It will also be part of your, defense or your immune system. Diba? Dapat lahat ng slide boxes ninyo merong mga peripheral smear. Para pagdating niya sa lecture ng blood, meron na kayong mga peripheral smears. Diba? Pag walang peripheral smear ang slide box ninyo, kuha kayo ng lancet, yung lumang lancet. Kung tusokin niyo yung sarili ninyo, pak! Lagay niyo sa slide, smear ninyo, tapos tingnan ninyo sa mga. Siyempre, hanap tayo ng smear. Tusukin natin si Manong sa laboratory. Tutusukin natin para may blood tayo. You will see here, these are your red blood cells. Doesn't contain any nucleus. Siyempre, wala namang nucleus ang RBC natin. You will learn that in your blood lecture. Okay? And then, these are your WBCs, yung mga may nucleus. This is your neutrophils. How many nucleus does your neutrophils have? It only has one nucleus, so it is also mononucleated. Apat o tatlo. It is only multilobulated. One nucleus, but there are many lobules, 3 to 5. Okay? So it's mononucleated, but multilobulated. Okay? And so with your eosinophils. It has 2 lobes, but it is also one nucleus. You have one white blood cell which has a counterpart in the tissue. This is a basophil seen in the circulation. It has a counterpart in the tissue, and that will be your mast cells. They are connective tissue cells. They are structurally and functionally the same, only that their parent cells are different. However, if you will learn later on, they both came from mesoderm. Diba? May sabi tayo kanina, endoderm, mesoderm, at saka ectoderm. Pareho silang galing sa mesoderm, only that the mast cell has a different mesodermal, or came from a different mesodermal tissue, while your basophil came from a different mesodermal tissue. Both of them will secrete pharmacologic active substance. Ang lumang pangalan nun, slow reacting substance of anaphylaxis, or your SRSA. So, ibig sabihin, you see them, you increase the number during anaphylaxis. It is a worse form of allergy. Kaya man hindi ba? Hindi nyo sasabihin, ay, allergy lang yan. Paano kung maging worst form of allergy, which is anaphylaxis? O, parang sa akin, allergy lang yan. Sige, i-desensitize mo. Sige, i-desensitize mo ako sa allergy ko sa alcohol. Diba? I have allergy to beef. I have allergy to alcohol. I have allergy to tuna. I have allergy to chocolates.
Chocolates.
I have allergy to cheese. Pero yung chocolates, yung dark chocolate, wala. Yung mga milk chocolates and the other chocolates, there is. Except for the dark chocolates. Kaya kung magbibigay kayo ng chocolates, make sure it's Dar. Or else it goes to the secretary. Anyway, so, why? Lagi ko ina-example ang sarili ko sa allergy. I have allergy to alcohol. Kaya kahit anong bigyan niyo sa akin ng beer or any alcohol, unless you have a ready endotracheal tube. Pag pinainom mo ako ng alcohol, kahit na ilagay mo pa sa juice, sige, ikaw magpanik. Bakit? I will have bronchoconstriction. Until I pass out. O, pag nawala ng fully constriction, ano mangyayari sa akin? I am a dead Leandro Villa. Kaya huwag niyong nilalang ang allergy. Allergy may not appear to be maculopapular rash. There are many manifestations of allergy. Kumain ka ng gatas. Uy, uminom. Hindi na kasi. Pwede din itong powder. Kaya kasi sila kumain ng botos. Hindi itong powder yun. Hindi na kain, hindi yun. Sige nga, hindi yung powder na gatas. So basically, yung others have allergy. Sasabihin natin, hindi ba lactose intolerance yun? But others may have allergy to gluten. Diba? Oh, kaya basically, ang manifestation nila? Maculopapular rash? No, diarrhea. Diba? Kasi, commonly, nung hindi pa kayo nagme-medicina, ang connotation ninyo sa allergy ay rashes. Okay? But diarrhea can be a manifestation of allergy. Look at your asthma. 95 to 98% of your asthma is secondary to allergy. Kaya nga pag nakakakain ng mga bawal yan, nakakalanghap ng mga bawal, anong nangyayari sila sa kanila? Sinusumbong. O bronchoconstriction, nagbibising. Diba? Yung mga ibang forms ng allergy, climate-induced. Diba? Ang pinakagusto ninyo, emotional-induced allergy. Oh? Oo, may emotional-induced na asthma or allergy. Pag nakagastos ka ng tuition fee mo, tinanong ng magulang mo, bigla ka na lang oh, nakita ako. Pag iniiwanan ka ng mahal mo, sasabihin mo, hindi na tuloy maiwan-iwanan sa awa sa'yo. Awa na lang yun.
Awa na lang ito, mama. Ay, sinasabi ko yun.
In your circulation and
Awa na
your
lang pa rin
cells
pag
in your tissue. Are they the same? No. They are different cells. Basophils, when they are deposited in the tissue, they do not become mast cells. That's a wrong connotation. That's a misconception. That's an old concept. Nowadays, it's no longer that. Okay? Mast cells and basophils are of different cells. Okay? You see your basophils in the circulation. You see your mast cells in the tissues. But both of them secrete pharmacologic active substances, especially during anaphylaxis or during inflammation. Alam niyo naman ang inflammation, rubor, dolor, calor, tumor, and factio inglesa. What's rubor? Redness. Kapag may inflammation, may redness. Diba? Merong calor, heat, warm. Diba? Pag ginawa ka nyo, it's warm. Merong dolor, pain. Kaya pag ang pangalan mo, Dolores, ito ay isang sakit sa damdamin ng mga magulang mo. Diba? That's pain, dolor. Okay? And then you have such thing as tumor, it swells. And factio inglesa is loss of function. But remember this, inflammation may not necessarily mean infection. What's the difference? Microorganism. In infection, you have microorganism and inflammation. In inflammation, it's simply the 5 cardinal signs. You don't necessarily have infection. Okay? Oh. What does your mast cells, basophil secrete? Basophil secrete. Okay? Don't English. Anyway. So, basically, it secretes your histamine, heparin, serotonin, leukotrienes. Okay? And what is common among them? Or what will make them? What's a very characteristic appearance? kung yung inyong adipocytes ay symmetric, yung mast cells at saka yung basophil will exhibit metachromasia. They are metachromatic. And what will cause metachromasia in both basophils and mast cells? It's the presence of heparin. May heparin sila pareho. Because of heparin, they will exhibit a certain characteristic which we call as metachromasia. Okay? Then, you have your macrophage. Your macrophage are capable of endocytosis. After endocytosis, they will kill the microorganism. If they cannot kill the microorganism, what do? They process the microorganism and present it to your immune system. The immune system is activated. You will see here that the macrophage are multi-nucleated. They have many nucleus. And ito yung sinasabi talaga na eccentric ang location. Nasa center ba? Hindi. Nasa periphery ba? Hindi. Eccentric. Wala sa periphery, wala sa center. Kakaintindihan? Okay? Well, you have many names of your macrophage. In the liver, you call them your von Kupffer cells. Okay? In your bone, how do you call them? You call them your osteoclasts. In your nervous tissue, how do you call them? You call them microglia. In your skin, you call them Langerhans cell. Not Langhans, because Langhans is also a macrophage, but they are seen in your lungs in patients with tuberculosis. Pag nasa skin, yung macrophage na yon ay Langerhans. Diba? O, samantalang sa normal alveoli ninyo, sa normal lungs ninyo, how do you call the macrophage there? Before, you simply call them alveolar macrophage. Nowadays, you call them dust cells. D-U-S-T. Alikabo. Or, simply in histology, you classify them as pneumocyte type 3. I specified histology kasi iba ang pneumocyte type 3 sa physiology. Hindi ko mapagtugma yung histo at physio. Karaniwan, dahil I belong to both department, napagtutugma ko sila. O, pareho. May pagkakataon na magkaiba. Kahit na anong fit ko, hindi mag-fit. That is a physiologic point of view. This is an anatomic point of view. Okay? Oh. Of course, your bone and your cartilages. There are forms of connective tissues. Your osteocytes and your chondrocytes. Your chondrocytes. As you can see, the matrix is hard. It is not semi-solid or semi-liquid, such that you don't have a blood vessel in between. The concentric lamella is hard. It's bone. It's your bone matrix. So you don't have blood vessel here in between. Even if the cells are far from each other, the concentric lamella is hard. You only have the blood coming from the center. And how will this blood reach your periphery of the concentric arrangement of the cells? That's why you will have this breaks. They are known as your bone canaliculi. You will learn that when you go to your bone. And nourishment of osteocytes found inside the lacuna will be through diffusion. It's fluid. Kaya ang problema yung nasa periphery. Madali silang mamatay. Diba? Pag malayo ka sa kusina, mapipig ka ba kaagad? Mauubos na nung malalapit sa kusina, lalo na kung matatakot. Diba? Your chondrocytes as well, your cartilage, they are commonly avascular. And nourishment is received via okay? And then you have your fibers. Your connective tissue fibers, sabi natin kanina, ano yung mga fibers natin? We only have 3 fibers. Collagen, elastic fiber, and your reticular fibers. Collagen fibers, your elastic fibers, and your reticular fibers. We characterize them based on their arrangement. If the collagen fibers are in different directions, and there are only few of them. You call the arrangement as what? Loose collagenous. If the collagen fibers are plenty and they are what? Compressed with each other, still they are of different direction, you classify them as dense, irregular. If the collagen fibers are arranged in such a way that they are in the same direction, they are still densely packed, and however, they are in same directions, the fibers are arranged in parallel, then you call them or you classify them as dense regular. So you classify your collagen fibers whether they are loose collagenous, dense irregular collagenous, or dense regular collagenous. And then you have your elastic fibers. Okay? So, where do you see your loose collagenous fibers? You see them inside or you see them outside. Okay? You see them inside. Where is that? This is your stomach actually. Okay? This is just the mucosa of the stomach. You have 4 layers of your gastrointestinal tract. Mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, and adventitia or serosa. In the mucosa, you have 3 specific layers. Sinasabi ko lang sa inyo ito ngayon, mapag-aaralan nyo rin yan. Kasi tingin ninyo ang bilis naman niya, 4 na layers, hindi yun importante. Sinasabi ko lang sa inyo ngayon, balang araw, ulit days, malalaman nyo rin na 4 na nga ang layer. Ano ng mga layer? Iisa-isa hindi natin sa inyo. Okay? Oh. What do you have in your mucosa? This layer. This is your lamina propria. You have there your cells. However, you also have in between collagen fibers. And there are only few collagen fibers in your lamina propria. Hence, lamina propria, you will have your loose collagenous fibers. As well as, you also see loose collagenous fibers in your endo. Endo is inside. Endomysium, endothurium, endosteum. You also see them in your tunica adventitia. That's also loose collagenous. And where do you see your dense irregular? In your dermis of the skin. Particularly in your reticular dermis. Why? The papillary dermis is loose collagenous, but the reticular dermis is dense irregular. Okay. Almost all of the capsules are made up of dense irregular collagenous tissue except the capsule of the thymus. The capsule of the thymus is made up of loose collagenous tissue. So, capsules of organs are made up of what? Dense irregular. Except the capsule of what? Thymus, which is made up of loose collagenous tissue. Okay. This is tendon. You see the regular arrangement of your collagen fiber. So this is an example of dense, regular, collagenous tissue or tendon with your aponeurosis and your ligaments. Okay. This is your blood vessel. Particularly, it is a large artery. Specifically, it is your aorta. You know that your blood vessel has 3 layers, adventitia, media, and intima. The media is supposed to be made up of smooth muscle because you vasoconstrict, vasodilate. Okay? However, for large artery like aorta, there are only few smooth muscle. What happens is that what? Instead of smooth muscle, solely smooth muscle, you have plenty of elastic fibers. Aside from the very few smooth muscle, you have more elastic fibers. That's why you call your aorta as elastic artery. Okay, it's classified as elastic tissue, the tunica media. This is your medium-sized artery. You have there your internal elastic lamina, and you have here your external elastic lamina. Internal because this is the lumen. External because this is outside. This internal elastic lamina and external elastic lamina are made up of elastic fibers. So they are forms of elastic tissue. And of course, you have your reticular fibers. Before, we used to what? Sabi natin kanina, How do you synthesize your collagen fibers? You need what amino acid? Hydroxylysine, hydroxychlorine, and any hydroxy amino acid. Right? However, when you catabolize them, you will only yield one amino acid, and that's the simplest amino acid. Glycine. It's G-L-Y-C-I-N. Your glycine. G-L-Y-C-I-N. For collagen fiber, when you catabolize them, you will yield glycine. For elastic fibers, when you catabolize them, you yield glycine and leucine. L-E-U-C-I-N. E. May E yung glycine, may E yung leucine. And then for reticular fibers, when you catabolize them, you yield reticulin. But when you catabolize reticulin, you still yield glycine. So basically, your collagen fibers and reticular fibers, what do you yield? After complete catabolism, it is glycine. For your elastic fiber, what amino acid will you yield? Glycine and leucine. Okay? You have adipose tissue. What's the characteristic appearance? Signaling ring. And what's the characteristic cell? Okay. We usually classify your connective tissue into connective tissue proper and special connective tissue. And what do you have in your connective tissue proper? You have your fibrous connective tissue. By the word itself, fibrous. So what are your fibers? What are your fibers? Collagen, elastic, and reticular. Diba? The rest will be special connective tissue. Diba? So yung pinag-aralan natin, the examples of bones and cartilages, it is in form of special connective tissue. You haven't seen your mucous connective tissue yet. I will show you later on. Your embryonal mesenchymal tissue, it's a form of special connective tissue, as well as adipose, blood, and lymph. Dati, ang blood and lymph ay specialized. Pero ngayon, sa mga bagong libro, nandoon na lang siya sa special. Dati, specialized kasi nga, sabi natin, blood is a form of fundamental tissue dati. Pero ngayon, it is part of connective tissue. Diba? Your slides for tomorrow. Para meron na kayong advanced na kalaman, pag inorient bukas. Baka wala ako bukas, baka nag-handle kasi ako. Kino-consume kasi ako ng physiology sa SGT, sa small group discussion. Kasi wala na ng SGT ninyo. Ginagawa sa SGT. Pagkatapos yung subutan, yung mga question doon sa SGT manual ninyo, isasubmit ninyo. Pag-submit ninyo, saka tayo mag-question and answer. So, hindi ninyo binabasa sa amin ng ganun yung sagot ninyo. The electrogenic pump is ayaw namin nun. Paano ako nag-lecture ngayon? May nakita kayong, aside from syempre yan, may nakita kayong mga nakasulat dyan. Sabi ko sa inyo, pag nag-lecture ako, karaniwan puro pictures. Kaya kahit tirami nyo yan, meron kayo makukuha pictures. Ano meron sa pictures? Pag hindi nyo nakuha lahat ng sinabi ko, bilis nyo po, isang oras lang naman tayo dito. Overtime na ako. Yun, oras hindi na. Diba? Ba't dito more lang ka na? Tama. Although lahat ng sections except for you, na-discuss ko yun.
Discuss na sa...
Sige naman. Oh, slide. You know this, right? What's the organ? Skin. This is your thin skin. You have a thin epidermis. You have your dermis, right? This is your thick skin. You have a thick epidermis. And you have a complete set of your dermis. Why? In a thin skin, you have a very thin. Remember, dalawa ang layers ng dermis ninyo. Isang reticular dermis at saka isang papillary dermis. You have a very thin or indistinct papillary dermis. However, in your thick skin, from there, yung puti na yan, hanggang dito, that's your papillary dermis. And this one is your reticular dermis. However, the entire layer is your dermis. What's your organ? Skin. What is this layer? What is this layer? Dermis. What is this layer? Dermis. What is the specific layer? Capillary dermis. What is the specific layer? Reticular dermis. What's the fundamental type of both of them?
Epithelial.
Ano ang ating pinag-aalaman
Epithelial.
ngayon? What's the
Connective
fundamental
pala.
type?
Connective.
Connective. What's the subtype? Ano ang content nila? Anong fiber?
Collagen.
Anong fiber?
Collagen.
Ano ba yung capillary dermis? Ano ba yung kanyang makeup of? Loose collagenous. Di ba? Eh ano yung reticular dermis? Dense, irregular. Di ba sinabi ko kanina? Di ba nag-lecture ako? Di ba nag-lecture ako? Oh. Ano kayo? Pagod na ako. Hindi matapos ka na dyan. Ganun kayo? Di ba nag-lecture ako? Yes. Di ba nasabi ako papillary dermis? Ano sabi ko sa papillary dermis? It is made up of loose collagenous. Ano sabi ko sa reticular dermis? Yes. Ina-apply lang naman natin ngayon ah. Nakikita ninyo, ina-apply natin ngayon. O ay collagen siya. O under ano siya. Di ba naglagay ako ng classification ng connective tissue ninyo? Connective tissue proper at saka special connective tissue. Under saan yung collagen? Under saan yung collagen? Saan? Fibrous. Under na? Ayan o, fibrous. So, fundamental type ninyo, connective. Subtype ninyo, fibrous. Fundamental type ninyo, connective. Subtype ninyo, yung mga yan. Diba? Uy! Oh. Kaya ito, ano ito? Organ. Skin. Layer. Layer. Specific layer.
Capillary.
Layer.
Reticular.
Fundamental type. Fundamental type. Subtype.
Fibrous.
Subtype.
Fibrous.
Specific subtype. Specific subtype. Characteristic cell. Ano ba? Ano signatory? Characteristic cell. What synthesizes your collagen fiber? Di ba nag-lecture ako? Ina-apply nyo ngayon. Ina-apply ninyo. What's the cell that synthesizes your collagen fiber? O, di anong characteristic cell? Fibroblast. Anong characteristic fiber? Ano ba yung pinaklasify yung loose collagenous? Ano yung loose collagenous na yun? Reticular ba yun? Ha? 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 O, edi collagen. Kakaintindihan tayo? O, ulitin natin. Organ. Skin. Layer. Specific layer. Layer. Fundamental type. Fundamental type. Subtype. Subtype. Specific subtype. Specific subtype. Layer. Layer. Okay, layer. Fundamental type. Fundamental type. Subtype.
Squamous.
Remember, ang susunod na practical exam nyo, silang dalawa. Ano gusto na yung yan? Tapos natin ang maganda. Ano yung sabi niya sa inyo? Kaya nga, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, what did I tell you? Kung kaya yung perfected ang first practical exam, you should have perfected it already. Why? Ang mga susunod na practical exam, malamang zero makuha niyo. Kung hindi kayo mabilis, kailangan mabilis. 30 seconds. Eh paano pa pag dumating ang major exam? Lahat na yan. Bago mag-major exam. Diba binigyan kayo ng schedule ninyo? O lahat yun, wala labas ha, major exam. O, ulitin natin. Organ. Layer. Fundamental type. Fundamental verify, ayun yung keratin doon sa taas. Hindi nila nakikita, pero may keratin sa taas. Diba? Kakaintindihan? Ha? So, ito, headphone. Name. By the way, your major exam is projection slide. We will not do the move system. Bakit? Kulang ang panahon. Ang dami niya, 500 plus kayo. Kung 30 seconds each, tapos 500, we start at 8 o'clock, we finish by 11. You're supposed to be having your theoretical 10. At 8 to 10, dapat tapos kayo ng practical, 10 to 12 theoreticals. Medisina ka, di ba? Mas re-reklamo ka ngayon. Accept the challenge. Baka dito na ito. Kariyaan na ito, di ba? Alam ka ng buong mundo na may medisina kayo. Bakit? Ang iyabang yung lactose, di ba? Welcome to MedLife. Ay, doktor! Doktor! O, ngayon. Nag-exam kayo. Ang hirap pala talaga. Wala pa kayo sa second year. First year pa lang kayo. Reklamo na kayo. Paano na lang sa second year at third year? As the organ, this is still a connective tissue. It's still made up of collagen fibers. Tapos, the collagen fibers are in fat vegetables. So this is your dense vegetable. So what's the organ? What's the fundamental type? What's the subtype? It is still fibrous. What is the specific subtype? Yes. What's your characteristic cell? Still? Still? Fibroblast. Ang lumang pangalan, Venus rice. Pero ngayon, fibroblast. What's the characteristic fiber? Ano yan? Ano yan? Diba? O, meron itong isa. Bilog-bilog ito eh, diba? Yung kanina, straight. Ito, bilog-bilog. Ano layer? Ano yan?
Adipose.
This is your hypodermis. When the layer is hypodermis, you are in your adipose tissue. So what is the characteristic cell? Adipocytes. What's the characteristic appearance? Symmetry. The nucleus is located where? And what is the fundamental type? Connected. What's the subtype? Adipose tissue. Diba special connective tissue? Sabi ko lahat yun ay subtype. So this is adipose tissue. What else? Yung mga symmetry. Right? This is your medium-sized artery. This is your medium-sized artery.
Hyper.
Look at that black one. Yung mga invaginations na yan. Appreciate nyo? Or, at saka yan, yung marami na yan, ang ulog. That is your internal elastic lamina or internal elastic membrane. And this one, ulog, that's your external elastic lamina or your external elastic membrane. They are made up of elastic tissue, elastic fiber. Hence, they are classified as elastic tissue. Elastic tissue would still fall under what subtype? Fiber. So, what is your organ? Medium-sized artery. What's the specific structural pointer? Internal elastic membrane or internal elastic lamina. What is the specific structural pointer? Internal elastic, whether membrane or lamina is accessible. What's the fundamental type of both? Fundamental. Ay, titigil kayo sa fundamental. Ano ba topic natin ngayon? Pwede yan ang fundamental type yan. Wala nga. Ano ang subtype? What's the specific subtype of both? Yun, pagka high power, mga makukulit kayo, mga suwayin kayo, mga saba kayo. Ganyan. Ang focus. Kakaintindihan? And then you have this. This is your umbilical cord. You have your 3 blood vessels. Kasi malaki ito. So, we have this blood vessel, we have this blood vessel, and we have this blood vessel. If you look at them on scatter view, ganito ang appearance. at the blood vessel. Take note ha, hindi kayo titingin sa blood vessel. Ang importante yung mga tissue, connective tissue surrounding the blood vessel. The entire organ is umbilical cord. Di ba? Kayo pinanganak, meron kayong umbilical cord. Oh, what is important is this tissue. This is your Wharton's jelly. So organ, umbilical cord, structure at pointer. This is your Wharton's jelly. That's W-H-A-R-T-O-N apostrophe S. W-H-A-R-T-O-N apostrophe S. Wharton's jelly. It is a form of connective tissue, subtype mucus. Mucus connective tissue. Characteristic cell will still be fibroblast. It is a form of fibroblast. We call it mucus cells. Okay? We call it mucus cells. Pag high power, yan. Sabi ng isang section kanina, mukhang sperm. Hindi naman to, epididimitis. Tsaka pag sperm yan, hindi yan kalat-kalat na ganyan. Pag nakita nyo yan sa main reproductive system, hindi yan ganyan kakalat. Diba? Yan ay nakaklamp. Kasi, ano ito, pag ganito ang sperm mo, hindi kulang ka ng sperm, kakaroon ka ng oligosperm yan. Marami kayong sperm. Per 1 ml of ejaculate, you're supposed to have 100 million. Diba? Acceptable na yung 60 million, okay lang yan. Pero dapat 100 million kada isang ml ng ejaculate million. Diba? You will learn that when you go to your micrometer. You will count that when you go to your laboratory. Tayo on the second year. Mag-donate ang isa sa mga kaklase ninyo ng sperm. Kaya kayong magagawa kasi lahat ng lalaki lalabas. Pupunutan sila kung sino yung makakapagpunod.
Buti nga yung sa amin lang.
Siguro naman hindi chismoso yung mga lalaki kung sino nag-donate. Hindi lalabas lahat ng lalaki para tulungan ang kapwa. Pupunutan kayo doon. Pag meron ng ejaculate, pwede nang pumasok ang lahat ng lalaki. Tapos, you get to characterize the ejaculate. Okay? That's part of the second year. That is for the purpose of education. You will become doctors later on, di ba? So you get to see the sperm under the microscope. Ang nakikita niyo pagpunta siya doon, at yung ibang sperm, paikot-ikot lang, dismiss. Kaya mag-fertilize. Excited na kayo? Tapos ko na. Kailan kayo matatapos? Sa inyo. This is your embryo. All of them are mesenchymal. This is your mesenchymal. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. This is not your lung. This is your mesonephros. This degenerates to give rise to your metanephros. Metanephros becomes the kidney. This is your descending aorta. The descending aorta is coming from the atlantic. It's coming from the dorsal, the left dorsal aorta. You have your mesonephros. You have your renal artery. You have your